What is up, everybody? It's your Friday event math video. We're going to break down all the events for the entire week for you. It's a little bit different than the last video. You know, the last one was pretty positive, pretty upbeat. This one, it's a little bit more complicated. So make sure you check out the Scottie tips that we're going to have. You'll see them on the screen. It's going to be nice. And of course, I'm joined by the one, the only Scottie. What up, Scottie? How you doing? How's your week been?
Been good, busy. How's yours?
Good. It was so busy. I had to outsource my math to my favorite mathematician / veterinarian. Let's go. So let's start this off by just doing a quick weekly roundup of the events that don't need math to be broken down. We will isolate the ones that you actually need to hoard for and be prepared for. So for the weekly roundup, we got the Death Scourge coming April 1st. Scottie, you got a 7 yellow star already, so you don't care about this, right?
No, I'll just do those stupid milestones, which I wish were better.
Coordinated Assault, April 2nd. We both like that. Bucky Barnes offers are coming on the 3rd. You going to be buying Bucky this time around?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's the next raid team. The next raid's around the corner, right? Yondu Blitz, April 4th. Whatever. Quick Rumble, the Death Seed. We're not going to break this down, this one math-wise, because now it does have 5 members again, so this one's very easy to do, especially because they gave you that Archangel in the Scourge mode, like for 6 days before, so you should have more stars on him, help you get through that faster. RTA Pass is coming, Agent Venom on the 7th. I've been thinking about the passes more now that I'm not buying any of them, and I gotta say, I do like that it's 2 weeks now, and they put more character shards back in the passes. Like at first, they had 100 shards in, and they took 40 out, and then they started taking even more of the new characters out and putting in like an old character as well. So you were kind of getting like really bad characters. But the last couple had been just the new characters. So it was Peggy Carter, it was US Agent, and now this one's Agent Venom. How you feeling on the passes? Are you still buying them now that they're every 2 weeks? And do you think this is a good change? Because we're just getting kind of more stuff faster.
I think it is a good change. I haven't been buying the last couple because I haven't needed them, and I think it's really good that they've been putting like new characters that people need, like our raid, like the raid team. That, you know, if someone missed it or needs more shards, I think it is great. And I did often find, especially with the Mojo's Mayhem, that I was always finishing it very early, so it is nice to feel like I'm doing something more, because I would finish it like 2 weeks in and then just sit there. So it is nice to get stuff more constantly, I think. And for free-to-play people, I think it is only positive because it's just more resources that you're getting.
There you go. Hey, me and Scottie can be positive. Thumbs up. The strike passes seem to be going the right way. Relic Hunt and Nowhere Heist are coming on the 7th. I think these are kind of the 2 worst Flash events. Even if you have Nowhere Heist maxed out, you just don't get much of those dark promo credits. And Relic Hunt, unless they put teal gear in it this time around, is trash. Moonstone to the Elite Store. Don't really need red stars on Moonstone. If you're even in that stage 6 in Crucible, it's all about Kang. And then we have Titania, Absorbing Man coming to the orbs. This is kind of cool because now we can kind of farm. We can get them if we get lucky RNG when we open up Mega Orbs, Premium Orbs, and Basic Orbs. Because we got the call, like we got the blog way back when they were released saying they're going to be needed for a Legendary. You got all your Masters of Evil up to 5 yellow star already?
I do.
Right on. So, I mean, it's good for other people. Whatever, right? Or maybe you'll get them up to 6 if you start opening orbs, and maybe it's going to be an old school legendary unlock. We will see. And then we got Baron Zemo, Lady Deathstrike coming out of the Mega Orbs to make room for those 2. But Kitty Pryde is still in those Mega Orbs. Do you like Kitty Pryde?
I liked her. I don't know why why she's still in there. I do wish that they were better about taking some of those characters out of the orbs sooner, because especially the ones that are easily farmable.
Yeah, I agree. And the ones who've been just phased out of the meta completely. I wish they would, instead of doing it time-wise / whatever, the star character going in, the star character coming out going. It's just a weird system. But now let's move on to the math videos. Let's get down to math to defeat the Huns. This is the Cyber Warfare. It's going to start April 2nd, which is 2 days from now. Depending when you're watching this, maybe it's tomorrow. So what kind of event are we looking at, and is this going to be completable by your average player?
I don't know. I had to stare at this for a while because I felt like I was missing something. Because right now, with their current math, it is not completable, even if you are in a Diamond Alliance with
Oof.
3 wars hoarded
Oof.
and you win, and those are wins, and you win all 3 of your wars next week, and even get 14 like battles in,
Oof.
like if you're able to like milk it towards the end. So. I feel like something's missing because the defense boost points are really low, like 10 points for 15 boosts over a week. Get you 150 points, which is nothing considering you need 51k. Um, I did also estimate like if you're in like a Plat 3 alliance, and this is with like 3 wars hoarded. So make sure like if you're having a war today or tomorrow, like Friday, Saturday, that you save that third war because you should be able to have 3 in your inbox. But that gets you the same point with the current math. So it gets you
Mm.
to the second last milestone, whether you're in a Plat 3 or a Diamond. I think there's something missing from this, and hopefully they fix it in time.
Yeah, so I do know a little bit about this blog. I know it wasn't done by Archangel because he's on holidays, and I agree with you that there's got to be something wrong here with the point allocation. That giving 10 points per defense boost, 5 times 3 wars, that's 150 points, like you said, which doesn't even get you one milestone, doesn't get you to the first milestone. That doesn't make any sense. Last
Yeah.
couple events we had like this, where it was use a war currency, it was buying war attacks. However, it gave you 1 point per ticket of that spend. So it could be that, we have the 600 boosts, that's what it costs to buy 5 boosts in a given war. So maybe that's going to be, that 600 times 10 giving what would that be? 6,000, right? I'm not my math. Yeah, 6,000 times 3 would then give you 18,000. It could be that, or maybe this 10 is a wrong number. This is supposed to read 1,000. Whatever the case may be, something is wrong here. Unless this is a whale only event and they're going to sell milestone points. So please no. That's so weird, right? The rewards here are not, it's not crazy, these rewards. So it makes no
It's
sense to
not
do that.
worth buying anything for. So
Yeah.
I really hope that that's not the case because it seems like one of those events that should be fairly easy to finish, like in
Mhm.
theory, just based on the rewards. So I do hope it is just a mistake.
Right on. Let's just say it was a mistake, and this is going to be okay as long as you are winning wars. And and one of your tips, I guess, is to hoard whatever wars you currently have hoarded in your mailbox. Keep those hoarded, and whatever wars you're going to have from now until then, hoard those too. Right?
Yep. Hoard everything all the time.
Hoard everything all the time. Scotty tip number 1: hoard everything all the time. All right, let's head over to the next
Stare at those
event.
red dots.
Yeah. Red dots are your friend. Embrace them. So now we got Evil Invasion, which is coming on the 3rd. And this event, what is this? Is a raid event? What are we looking at here?
So it's based on raid battles, gold orbs, getting alliance credits from donations, and then using the invaders in raid. There are limits on quite a bit of this when it comes to the raid. So for raid battles, you basically need to do 8, I think it was 8 a day. Um, oh, well, 16 a day, 8 in Doom, 8 in Greek,
Okay.
basically, per day. So hopefully you don't have any lane mates that hog all the nodes because gotta share.
Yeah.
If it doesn't say, like win or lose, so like if you play a raid battle, you may be able to milk it at the end. So I guess people may be able to just like lose on a node a couple times, like if they don't have like 8 nodes to do in Doom or Greek.
Right.
So that might be another way to get there. But there is that limit on it, so you can't milk it like infinitely at the end. For alliance credits, there is no limit on that. And based on, I kind of estimated either doing like 100 core donations or the 50 core donations, but the one up on the screen I think is the 100.
Okay.
Um, so that is factored in as well. Another great thing to do prior to this starting on the 3rd is to not do your donation until the event starts. to not claim your donation daily, and do not claim the boxes until the event starts, because that's going to give you kind of a bonus on there. Um, Using the invaders, so like people will have an advantage with the Bucky if you buy him, because you're not going to get him any other way without buying him. And they of
Mhm.
course made him um, have a higher limit, so you actually get extra points for using him 3 times versus the other invaders. You only get to use them once basically, and then you hit the limit. So classic Scopely there. And then the rest basically is from opening gold orbs. Of course, there's no limit on that one.
Yeah,
So
that's
if
how
you're
they make the
doing the
money.
100 core donations, and you max out the Nick Fury, Cap, Union Jack, and you buy Bucky, you only have to open 86 gold orbs
Ah,
to finish it.
okay. What do we got? All right, Scotty. Look, I got no gold orbs. I did not buy a Union Jack. I didn't. I will not be buying Bucky. Am I going to be able to hit the monthly event?
Yeah, so the monthly items are pretty easy to hit.
Okay.
Like if you just do the raid battles, you don't need to buy Bucky 50 core donations, you'll easily hit that. Um, it's only if you want to try to hit all of them, that I guess you have to go wild on some of this, but yeah.
Well, there you go. Okay, so not the end of the world, guys. We can still get that monthly item. Do your raid battles, 16 battles total, 8 from Greek, 8 from the Doom is going to be the easiest way to not have to be coring out the wazoo for it. And now let's move on to the next event, Egg Hunt. We got this in 2 pieces for you. So, Scotty, it's Easter time. I love chocolate. This event has got to be good. If I'm hunting for eggs, I'm expecting yummy chocolate. What do we got here?
It's not good.
Oh,
It's also
crap.
interesting, like these are 2 events that both require alliance credits.
Mhm.
So I guess it is kind of interesting because they overlap, because they're both 6-day events and they have just the one day where they're not happening at the same time at the
Okay.
start and at the end. Um, so I guess you get, 2 birds, 1 stone by doing the alliance credit thing. So if you're gonna do the 100 core donation, it hits in both events. So I guess that is kind of nice. It's just weird that they don't start at exactly the same time.
Yeah.
They're one day off of each other. And this is also spending campaign energy. So I did 2 versions. Basically, if you're doing some 100 core energy refreshes and you're also doing the 100 core donation, that is going to get you to milestone 28.
Okay.
I don't know if this extra milestone is worth the cores to a lot of people, but if you're already wanting to get your level up, you're farming gear, maybe it is going to be worth it. Because all you're really getting is some damage catalysts and 1 armory 17 orb and like
Yes.
250k gold. Like it's
Yes.
nothing crazy.
And
But if you want to go,
does this
no
event
lead,
feed into the
it has a
monthly?
leaderboard.
Does it feed into the monthly
There
event though?
are no monthly items,
Okay. Good.
but there is a leaderboard
Okay, bad.
that has T2 level 5 ions. So I guess that is another thing you have to factor in. Like if you're wanting to at least get that 1% to get 500k of them, yeah, you may want to, like, it's obviously hard to always know where you need to get to hit that, but
Yeah.
um, a lot of people want at least that. Um, if you are more conservative, only doing the 50 core energy donations, and the 50 core refresh, that only gets you to milestone 27. So it's a difference of 1 milestone between the two, but once again, that may affect where you end on the leaderboard. They didn't post any limit, like a minimum score that anyone has to get for any of these, but as we know, they don't always tell us that either.
Well, hopefully we scared them off of doing limits like that when we all raged like crazy with those 60,000 limits on those. All right, so what's the hot tips for these last 2 events we talked about? Then obviously we're gonna hoard that 100 energy we get from the web store, right? Now this is actually coming up quickly. The Angels army that's currently in game also wants you to spend energy, right? Should we
Mhm.
be holding our web stores for this event instead of Angel's Army?
So Angel's Army, I do not think it's worth going wild over the orb fragments because now that
Mhm.
we know how much orb fragments they're giving us per node, it's basically 400 fragments per 120 energy.
Nice.
Um, like the Blitz limit is still in effect on that event. Um, if you don't know what event we're talking about, it was in the last video.
Yeah.
But now that we know that, like if you're only doing, I think when I did it, it was like 10 nodes a day. I was calculating it as with the new orb fragments. Like that gets you still pretty far. It gets you the same distance actually to milestone 27, whether you're spending like 1200 energy versus 1400 energy, and probably even less, you'll still get a decent amount. So I just don't know if it's worth spending a lot of energy on this event, and it might be worth waiting for the next one, but I guess it really depends what you want on the, you know,
On the
trophy
leaderboards,
board.
yeah. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna check name. There's no leaderboard on Angel's Army either. So I kind of
correct.
tend to lean towards saving my web store freebie energy for this one, as there is a leaderboard. Like you were saying, if you want that like that really elusive ISO level 5 stuff, people go hard on these events. Even the free to play hoarders go hard on this. So if you want to kind of sneak in there to the 1%, you gotta be strict about what you bring to the table. All right, so I think you actually already broke this down. So this was part 2. This was using different core amounts. Well, what are we looking at here for
Yeah, it
the
was just
export?
the 50 cores. So this gets you
Okay,
to the milestone 28. Not 28, 27.
perfect. And you said that was just the one difference there, so that's not so bad.
Yeah.
All right, well that's it for the events. Thank you so much for breaking that down for us, Scotty. Thank you for those hot tips, and we're not talking about in your hair because neither of us have that. It's not the 90s anymore. Too
No,
bad.
I don't have any. Don't have any
Did
hair.
you do that when you were a kid? Did you get frosted
No,
tips? I did. I looked
I sure
fly.
didn't.
I looked so good. I had a pierced ear and frosted tips. I was the tits. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, Scotty. Thank you so much for all the hard work you do for us in the community. Appreciate you. Is there anything you want to say to everybody?
Happy Easter. Have some chocolate.
I love it. Happy Easter, guys. Have a great weekend. And me and Scotty will see you maybe next Friday. It is Good Friday. We'll see what our families have in store for us. Bye-bye.
That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.